What's up?
Hi,
chat.
We were just frozen in place for ages, like getting ready to start. And we didn't know if we'd started yet, but I think
Phil,
I think
tap
we got
my
it.
orange juice. It's not orange juice.
It's actually
Makes it sound like radioactive piss.
Ooh.
Chin chin sluts.
It's actually Scottish.
Piss.
No, it's not piss.
Drink. We are drinking a beverage from the north. Phil, what the hell is this?
Well, there's a temperance bar in Rossendale. If you
Yeah,
want
slow your roll.
a temperance bar,
What are you talking about?
it is a bar that doesn't serve alcohol and makes special cordials. And we visited it in Hometown Showdown, and they have a website where you can buy cordials. And this is their Iron Brew flavored cordial.
Iron Brew,
which tastes like metal.
To the American mind and places from around the world that might not know what Iron Brew is.
Yeah.
It's a soda that tastes like rust.
Rusty metal flavor. Cheers, everyone.
Spring has sprung. Phil, why has there got to be a theme for every
I
live stream?
I like a theme. Look, we've decorated. Phil is feeling fresh.
I thought that we were doing like monthly live streams and that we were going to wear pajamas and that was the thing.
No, that was
and then
the theme.
Phil's like, no, we did one pajama stream and now I want to do a spring stream.
We did 2 pajama streams with butt flaps, and I think that was enough butt flaps for everyone. So I think we've had so much rain in the UK in February.
Dog, it has been wet.
We're celebrating the spring.
Yeah, there we go. There's life in this old tortoise. Yeah,
I'm not a tortoise.
He remembers words.
We are celebrating.
How we doing? Hello, Slayerettes. Hello.
Spring.
Literally Whizzer. Lenny Ruck. What's up in the chat?
K.
How you doing?
Vampy.
Someone said not Street 13. Outed. That's what happens when you're joining the Danforth chat.
Chloe's
Hello
here.
from Mexico, said Jess.
Pixel.
Hi.
PBT.
It's 3 a.m. right now for me, said Belinda. Choices.
Yes.
Respect.
We respect you.
The
for
decline of your life. Yeah, absolutely.
It's minus 25 here, said someone that I missed.
There's always someone who says it's minus 25.
I know it's snowing in Canada, but we can still manifest.
But it's I would say, but we win the most miserable weather.
Yeah.
Like it's always colder and maybe even wetter somewhere else, but it's never as shit as it is in England.
Damn, we're gonna fanifest the sunlight.
There
we go.
Are we doing a ritual? This is like the opposite of Daniful Craft. So we're doing something positive for the world.
A positive?
We're conjuring the sun spirit.
Could we do a positive Danville Crafts where nothing bad happens and we actually craft?
No. Phil, what is your ritual going to be?
My ritual?
Yeah.
For what? Summoning?
Yeah. Go on.
Improv.
Wow, my Twitter searches. I'm trying to retweet you and
What's
I was
happened?
like, who was on? I was watching Netflix, Flora's Lava.
Yeah.
And then the last search was lesbian flag discourse.
Oh.
We don't have time for that.
There's something happening.
There's something
today.
happening on Twitter. I saw one tweet and I was like, what the fuck is happening today? And to be honest, I still don't know.
I still don't know what it is. But we saw it was happening.
Big day. And now at the top is going to be amazing Phil. We love
that. Retweet me.
Yeah. Because, for those 3 people that follow me and not you.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
Bruv.
The field crown. Get the fuck out of the way. It's mainly me, actually.
This is what's important.
It's what's important.
Look at Faye. Look at Fem. They are feeling
I don't feel that's really not how pronouns work.
I know, but I just wanted to say
look at they.
You've put this on me and it's kind of hanging off my head.
Well, fuck you. Do it yourself.
I thought you'd have done a better job.
You did my... Okay, come on then. I'll do it.
After all of these years of flower crowns.
We were responsible for a lot of flower crown culture.
We were. I think we spread it around.
World leading experts on this.
Ow!
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
You've cut off the blood supply to my cerebral cortex.
Oh, we might unlock some intelligence.
Honestly,
there we go.
That's too tight.
It's the crown of spring plus 9 wisdom for Phil. There we go.
We've lost the cool fringe now.
Oh,
you're getting a bit
fix
of
my flower crown.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, my cool
That's
fringe.
it. So,
what happened?
Hi. The people of Patreon have submitted some questions.
Oh, thanks.
For our lovely...
Can the free followers ask questions?
Yeah, no, it's the Patreon members that ask questions.
Get wrecked.
But
we appreciate the people that follow us for free.
Yeah, you can pop some in the chat
You can see notifications. We will read the chat.
There.
The chat, YouTuber moment.
In my chat.
What was the thing that YouTubers always used to do? They used to be like, and I'm going to click this thing over here, and they get it wrong 100% of the time.
It was easier when it was down. I know where down is.
Hey from Leeds, said Gucci Little Piggy. That
hey,
is
Leeds.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say that. Do you know why?
Why?
Because Leeds is the Reading of the North.
Leeds. No, I had a fun time in Leeds. I went on an Otley run with all my friends. That's when I dressed up as a surgeon mouse. Don't slander Leeds.
What's the Otley Run, a pub crawl?
It's a pub crawl where
Do you get fucking blazed in Leeds?
Well, yeah, because there's like 20 pubs and you go for a dress-up thing and then you go in each pub for a drink.
What'd you do, Phil? You dressed as a surgeon mouse.
I had some...
Did you deck someone?
I had some kinky times.
Did you neck some kinky times?
Yes. You don't want to know.
Straight people on a pub crawl don't have kinky times, Phil. You made that weird in a way that it's not meant to be. Right, yeah. Well, we got questions. People are burning questions. They might also have chlamydia.
The stethoscope for what it was meant for. I don't even know what that means. I didn't really.
What the actual fuck? Hello from Norway.
Hello.
You're allowed to be called Al Calloway. Raya
Norway
said that. Okay, I'm immediately confused by the first question. Dan, you've had a gorgeous tan for months on end. Where is it coming from?
The gorgeous tan on Dan. Wait, I know what this is.
What is it,
because
Phil?
our cameras in the facement are different color temperatures to the cameras that they're used to on this camera. Which
yes. The old Dan and Phil Games YouTube camera is not a video camera.
No.
It's a Canon 5D photo camera.
So you're seeing his real skin tone.
Yeah.
As opposed to
like this, like the wall looks gray, our faces look white. I look like I'm the same tone as Phil. That's really upsetting.
You're not
the
really.
The podcast is what I actually look like because cameras do
But you do tan very fast. So if we do go on a holiday, hypothetically, you will be very tan.
And you will
one
peel.
Day later.
And that's so exciting.
I will peel.
Phil will be wearing Factor 100, and it's my job to make sure he is lapping it on.
Slather me up.
Taylor is lame. Don't do that to yourself. So, Dan, have you made any progress on your fish tank?
Yeah, Dan.
How dare you? Shut up.
What's going on with the fish tank?
I'm overwhelmed, okay? No, I've had an empty fish tank in the house for 3 years.
I think you need
We've been busy, okay?
You need to take the plunge. And
no, you either get a podcast or a fish tank. That's it.
Is that it?
I have to have a full burnout mental breakdown and disappear for 2 years if I'm going to finish that.
Sure.
So it is what it is. Catherine said, what would happen if Phil wore the Sister Daniel costume?
Oh.
Would he become Sister Phil or an entirely new persona?
I feel like I'd become something completely different.
Egregious camel toe. That's what would happen.
Whoa.
Nip slips. But yeah, nip slips, tip slips, and knuckle chuckles. That's what would happen.
I think
Phil does not know. Do you know how there's an art to the feminine stance?
Look, I've not worn many skirts.
You know when Drag Race, they do like the makeover drag challenge and a bunch of straight people need to do it. And the number one thing is you've got to embody the femininity.
Yeah.
You got to just feel titties, ass, hips, even if they're not really there.
Okay.
I feel like you would just stand like a T-posing Roblox character.
Whoa. I feel like I could have a feminine energy. I could shimmy along that runway. I could do a little dip. I could show a little bit of...
If you did a dip, you will never get back up again.
I could show a little bit of nip.
I feel like you need to be like mother of the convent.
Yeah, maybe I'd be very God-fearing, like good Daniel, good Philip.
Well, now people are just going to draw this into some kind of Sister Daniel bad influence, subdom, religious trauma fanfic situation.
Oh, wow.
Carla Gonzalez said, would y'all go ice skating for a vid? Yeah, the last one,
The final video. The last time we went ice skating was with PJ.
Was it?
And Leona Lewis was there. Do you remember that? A
Singing.
moment like this.
It was an Xbox party. Yeah.
And was Westlife there?
Yeah, you go ice skating to celebrate the new Xbox 360 with Leona Lewis.
And
what the fuck are Microsoft doing?
Absolutely terrible.
No wonder their console flopped.
I was gripping the side like I've never gripped before.
Phil does not have the grippy, everybody.
Well, actually, I did have the grippy because I was gripping so hard.
How did the grippy go?
You had no grippy. You were loose scooting all over the shop. You were ducking, you were diving.
Somehow, this is a horrible question.
You and PJ
we're not hitting the
sliding around, and I was just holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
So if we did it again, I feel like I would.
If anyone's imagining Dan and Phil doing the stateside choreography, that did not happen.
No.
But
I liked it more than roller skating with Anthony Padilla. Not
fuck Anthony.
I'm not talking about the people.
I agree.
I'm talking about the activity.
A boring fuck.
The activity, Dan.
You've said it now.
What about you? What did you think about the activity of rollerblading skating versus
Yeah, I agree. Ice skating's more fun. It's got whimsy, and also the terror of if I fall over and I don't go like this with my fingers, am I going to lose them? You know, that's the thing.
I begged for rollerblades as a kid. Like I begged, and then I got them because I wanted to be like my brother. Because my brother was cool. He entered skateboarding competitions, blading competitions. He could do a backflip. I get them.
Yep.
I was scared of them.
What do you mean you were scared? You put them on the wheels and went, I don't like this.
The wheels are in a line. It's really scary.
Yeah, you got to go. It's like a bike. You can't stand there. You got to do something.
And you're strapped in. They are your feet. You can't like not stop them being your feet.
That is so true. Yeah, that's how that works.
So I was too scared to go.
I just don't see you as a roller skates person. I'm so glad that fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one from Amanda.
How did you source the men for the speed dating video? I'm just so curious about where they came from. Yeah,
Phil posted a Grindr profile, location drop on the podcast studio saying hole open.
Oh my god!
For the next 4 hours.
Sup? No, we did not do that.
I don't think people on Grindr say sup, Phil.
How would you know?
I just don't think sup is very gay.
Oh yeah, okay. We have friends that have friends.
You fucking yeah. Okay. Yes.
They're not our friends. They're friends of friends.
We contacted several of our friends and we said, do you know any eligible gay bachelors with charisma that are open to doing something super fucking random on a Thursday?
And our friend Jacob knows the entirety of London somehow, so he kind of brought the Avengers together.
Yes, and their friend Claire. And then they rounded up a short list of victims that we upset by giving them pickup lines.
We didn't really brief these lads much on what was going to happen to them, and I think
because it was a comedy bit.
They were pleasantly
surprised. The ambush of the one-liners was very much part of the appeal.
Yeah, and I think it was a very funny video.
It was. I am concerned. There are a lot of people out there, and I think Dan and Phil, they have mainstream appeal. We cast a wide net. Many people welcome in the flock. I think there are a few people that don't know what comedy is.
Yeah,
and they were like, is Phil really just like a horrendously unsocialized person? No, babe, the whole thing was a joke.
We were doing a thing. We were doing a joke.
But very funny to read those comments. It was people that were like, wow, I'm so scared for Phil.
If I actually went for dinner with someone, I don't think I'd be using those pickup lines.
Does Phil really think in the middle of a conversation it's appropriate to just go, my grandma saw a ghost?
I mean, to be fair, I would do that, Dan. Don't give me too much
I think you'd do it smoother. You know what I mean? You'd be sat there with a cocktail and you'd be like, so ladies, extraterrestrial experiences.
Am I dating ladies at the same time?
I don't know. You'd do that at a dinner table.
I just got all of the cordial at the bottom.
You down that shit.
I'm going to go wild in 10 minutes.
Dan and Phil lit off the scissor.
When it hits my bloodstream. I'm looking at the chat.
This is Iron Brew.
Leah said, ladies?
I went when we were at dinner and he's just like, ladies, am I right? Which can be gender neutral.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In the way that lads are.
Yeah. Cherry said, do a flip.
No. What the fuck?
If we
Benson Boone, I can't.
Do you think if Jigsaw came in and was like, "Hey Dan and Phil, if you don't do a backflip by the end of the day, I'm gonna like remove your eyeballs."
We're fucking dead.
I think we
are fucking dead.
I can't. I don't think I.
Do you even like what would? Yeah,
I've got so much length. I just feel like rotating this machine in a circle in the sky.
Am I toxic?
What, you think you could do
I feel like I could do it.
Oh my God.
I feel like if Jigsaw was like, I'm going to do something really, really horrible to you, and you need to full send, you need to crouch, you need to throw the arms back, you just need to say to yourself,
you need to just do it.
Do a fucking circle,
Jigsaw,
legs over.
Pull your eyes out.
I would obviously not do it first time. I would like maybe land on my head, my neck, my shoulders.
Your crack.
I would land on my shins. But if I really had 24 hours to like, and you know, this is obviously why I'm super toxic, because obviously I could not do that.
No, you would get your eyes out. And you should.
But I like to think that I could.
You shouldn't do it today. Your thighs are out. I just noticed.
Yeah, this
Dan's outfit.
So I saw this on Lazy Oath.
Careful.
The free promo. And it was like a two-piece. And I was like, this looks so like floral and cute. I didn't realize it's like for women, because I figure a lot of stuff is like gender neutral. Right? But this is like not. Do you know what I mean?
It's very whimsical.
Yeah, like the frilly shorts, but it's like it's absolutely, Yeah, so I need to be careful. I am not doing a flip in this.
That would be a dangerous one for the podcast if we're going under.
I am not sitting on a see-through armchair in that.
Under shorts angle.
Faith said, love the film club. Are you guys leaning more towards doing shows or movies as well?
If you didn't see on our Patreon, we did the whole of Heated Rivalry.
The whole of Heated Rivalry.
Banging and all.
We're devastated. Banging, although towards the end, less banging.
Less banging.
More crying.
But we left all the slaps in. The slaps and ass.
We did, uncensored.
I'm leaning towards a movie next time. I think we're going to have a movie night.
That sounds fun.
I don't know which one.
That sounds long.
I'm going to decide.
That's a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that people have been enjoying that because we were like, well, anybody give a shit? But it seems to have been really, really fun.
Yeah, people have liked it.
Thank you all.
I think it's nice watching a thing with people and seeing their reactions.
And Heated Rivalry, it resonated with us more than we thought it would.
It did.
I had actual feelings. When everyone's talking about a show, it's like, is this going to be overhyped? First episode, a bit of angst. A lot of sex. And we were like, where's it going? But it turned out to be a really poignant gay story that I hope a lot of people took something from. Do you know what I mean?
I took a lot from it.
What did you take from it, Phil? I think that we are the people on Earth that would take the least from it.
Well, I mean,
which is funny.
We related to
the Venn diagram of Heated Rivalry and Dan and Phil is everything but the sports and more of living together. But other than that, we had it's essentially exactly the same.
We were in the public eye.
What did you take from it? Because I'm scared by that. Because we learned nothing about hockey.
I know. What I did, I was like, oh my gosh, I associate with what was going on.
It just sounds like you're talking sex, Phil. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, there were some pretty lads.
Breaking Bad, lol. Yeah, the whole fucking thing.
Oh, watch the whole of Breaking Bad.
47-hour thing. When can we expect your debut as filmmakers? Said Jane. We need to get in our Markiplier area.
We do.
We'll set the record for the most fake. I'm not finishing that sentence after talking about Heated Rivalry.
Well,
you thought the same thing that I did. Yeah, okay.
Piss. The most fake piss on camera.
I've got a horror movie.
It's called
Yellow Eyes.
Yellow Eyes. And it's about a planet.
The most piss ever used for a film.
We visit a planet completely covered in piss. We've got to go down in our submarine.
It's the piss boat.
And then at the bottom,
we're on the piss moon.
The bottom is a large ant.
Played by Hudson Williams.
He's the ant.
Yeah.
And then,
fat ass. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. And then we carry him on the spaceship on the back to relieve him from the piss planet. And then he comes to Earth with us. And then we become a throuple.
I don't want to see a single piece of fan art about that. That might be the worst thing Dan and Phil have ever said, which is really quite impressive. Oh, that's a palate cleanser. Gigi said, what starter are you picking from Winds and Waves, new Pokemon?
Oh, there's new Pokemon out. So there is one called Brout, which is a bird with eyebrows.
Eyebrow bird.
Looks like the guy from Vanderpump Rules with the big eyebrows.
I just feel like not that many people care about Vanderpump Rules
anymore. No one cares about it anymore, but I watched the first couple.
Yeah.
Next one is Dog.
Pomeranian, Fire Pomeranian.
Fire dog.
Who is Pombon. 100% going to evolve to be something fucking ugly and I'm going to cry. I'm ready for it.
And then the next one is a sassy gay gecko.
Yeah, water lizard. We just had a water lizard. What are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards the Pomeranian.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I like eyebrows. It's quite funny for some reason. I think I might have to go with Pomeranian.
We can't both be Pomeranian. I feel like you were more.
I'm Dan is not a fire.
I feel like you were fire last time. You should try a leaf. You should come to the leaf side of the river.
Maybe. Who's going to get winds and who's going to get waves? Winds.
I'm waves.
Fine. There we go.
I mean, I think water and.
Why is Gekko Loki Dan? Said Cartoon Lily.
It is a bit.
Maybe.
It looks a lot like the one with the big tongue from like 3 years ago.
Exactamundo.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people that were like 2027 for the next Pokemon game. Oh my God, that's so long away. I'm like, no. Guys, Scarlet and Violet was the most offensive dog shit.
Whoa.
Please sponsor us, Pokemon. I have never been more insulted by a video game that I've paid for in my entire life.
It did look
Pokemon
bad.
Violet. I am a huge Pokemon fan. I have never been enraged in my life. It was the worst looking thing. There was so much. You had to go to school. Oh my God. It was like a prank. And I loved the Pokemon. And I loved the characters.
I love the characters. It was not that fun.
No. So let them cook. Let them cook for a very long time. When did I say 6-7?
You must have said it. You must have said it.
Did I?
You've set
I'm
up
so
a chain.
sorry.
68.
What did we do? Did you play a Zap? No, we did not hit the Pokemon Zap.
No, I needed a break from Pokemon after the last one, so I was kind of chilling.
Yeah, we're not like, we are Pokemon fans, but we don't engage in the entire wider Pokemon slopverse.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Though that Animal Crossing Pokemon game that's about to come out looks quite fun.
I don't have time for a new Pokemon Animal Crossing game.
Tobia.
Animal Crossing took years out of my life.
So I'm going to be the fire dog and you're going to be the eyebrows.
He's saying that. Okay.
Yeah.
Amanda, what the would you rather?
I want to read it.
Go on.
Would you rather have an itchy eyebrow for 12 years?
Elbow, you illiterate bitch.
Oh my gosh. Would you rather have an itchy elbow for 12 years or sneeze loudly every time you make eye contact with someone? Now,
why are they always like, I choose to die scenarios? Those are a permanent, well, not permanent, 12 years.
12 years of elbow itching, or you sneeze loud. I feel like I don't make eye contact with people that often.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses and just look to the side. Look at everyone's nose.
12 horrible years or a lifetime of not being able to emotionally connect with people. Ooh, I think I'll take the elbow and just have some like cream. I'll just get a device, like a little Roomba that just like sits on my elbow and goes like this.
Well, that's going to be distracting if you're out for dinner.
What, more distracting than someone just going like this and not talking to you the whole time?
Shoot. No, I just look at your
nose.
I could just look at your nose. I'm looking at your nose now. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
That's just eczema. So true.
I'm looking at the YouTube chat again, just to be friendly.
Yeah, so am I. We got thumbs up.
Yeah.
Definite he says elbow. Immediately making eye contact.
We could do it. We could do one of those polls now.
Oh, what? Okay, yeah, we so could. We so could start a poll. Would you rather? Wait, what computer am I on?
You're on this one.
Would you rather? It's this one. Do you like my keyboard?
It's very cute. It's got the creamy letters.
I hate RGB. This doesn't have any other settings. It's permanently gay rainbow chase. So whatever.
I feel like you need a bit of RGB in your life, Dan.
Yeah.
I can't make my hair look good. Oh, there we go.
Phil. Oh my God, he accidentally did it.
Oh, don't move. The quiz has been launched.
Poll, democracy in action. Go.
Oh, they're liking the elbow itch more.
Yeah, okay.
58%, 56.
This is Shane Hollander's in the chat choosing the eye contact.
This is actually going to happen, by the way.
Not 56. We can't end on a Brexit percentage.
No.
Guys, come on. Come on.
Oh, 57.
Oh my God, it's happening.
Elbow itch has been decided for all of us. Oh, I've got an itchy elbow now after we said it.
Oh, ghost itches.
It started. Dun, 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 dun. I already have eczema, said Eucalyptus.
I don't like making eye contact with people sometimes.
Yeah, it's fair.
I feel perceived.
Yeah. What the heck, guys?
What the heck? I mean, honestly, close call. That was hot. Yeah. I liked that.
Thank you. Sharpie whiskered. That is too long for me.
I'm not letting you read that.
You read that.
Phil, during the speed dating vid, you asked Elias if he would kill you to save all the geese on Earth, and they need to know more about it.
Okay.
Are we supposed to take the ecological impact of the complete and total eradication of all goose genus into account?
Genus.
The ecological collapse that would follow, the goose down jacket and pillow industry too collapsing. Is there a time frame? Would it be immediate, or would you pick a good time?
Right. If you're saving my life
and killing all geese
on Earth, you're clicking and all geese disappear from Earth. So you got to deal with the ecological fallout. Everyone wearing a goose down.
What is the ecological impact of geese in the food chain?
I feel like they eat like...
What do they eat?
Little
I've seen
bugs.
Geese eat bread that people throw at them. What do geese actually eat when people aren't throwing bread at them?
Nothing really eats a geese either.
Eat a geese?
Eat a geese? So yeah, that's the thing. They all disappear at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah. Thank you for removing the geese on my behalf.
Totally welcome. And as we've established, it's going to be like devastating.
Algae. Foxes eat geese.
Oh, for God's sake. Who asked this?
What?
Phil, Dan claims you have too many coats. Coat ranking. And then someone called B said, Phil, give us a fashion show, please.
Who asked the original?
Theo, I said.
Oh, Theo Olivia. Theo
Oliver.
I can't read today. What's wrong with me?
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Do you need extra contact lenses
Maybe.
Do you want to see how big the questions are?
No. You're going to unplug it. How many coats is too many coats?
Why is this here?
Oh, got your little nose.
Someone's going to screenshot this.
Your nose vape. What is it? Old ass.
365 party girl.
Yeah.
This is apparently a Vicks inhaler nasal stick with menthol and pine needle oil.
Oh.
Poppers, said somebody.
Yeah. Dan.
Let's get dilated on the Dan and Phil live stream on a Saturday night.
My thought is, I don't have enough coats. Still.
Even if I don't have a blocked nose, this shit is just fun, isn't
You're
it?
You're going to lose the ability to smell if you keep.
Fucking hell. It's like an Arctic blast. It's like a pine tree from Canada just being rammed straight through your eyeball into your brain. That's some good fucking shit right now.
Do you remember those chewing gum things that were like a little sheet of paper and you put it on your tongue?
Yes. What was that about?
I don't know. Where did they go?
So yeah, Phil doesn't deserve any more coats.
I do. I've got the right amount. I need like more. I've got a fleece now, and
You're welcome.
I've got many kind of light bombers, and I've got big winter coats. What I need now is some kind of like black jackety energy.
You've got a denim jacket with a black fluffy rim.
It's too small.
Okay, fine. Let him have his coat, said everybody.
Yeah.
Phil, live your best life.
Give us a coat fashion show. All right.
What have you done? What have you fucking done? Look at what we're doing now. Okay.
I'll show you.
Cheers. Now what? It's just me, you, and some pine needle oil. I'm going to stop doing that. Get more coats. Please stop. Who decided who to wear which flower crown? I just felt like pink would work today. I just felt soft. And Phil was like, I'm going to wear blue. But then he looked like it was fading into the background because his hair's basically blue. Popper time. Happy Ramadan. Phil's leaving again. The worst 3 back-to-back chat messages I've ever seen there. Yeah, shout out to everybody celebrating. Oh my God, what? Dan Fave albums of 2025. That was last year. Nina Geraci, I love my computer. Hello from Colombia. Hello.
I can only find 2 coats. Have you been throwing my coats out?
Phil, show us your coats.
Here's one.
You have to put it on. What the hell? Phil, get this out of the way. Yep, swap places with that.
Oh, right.
Everybody, he's going to show you some coats and you have to pretend like you're interested. Oh, that'll be a good TikTok. I should have saved that for TikTok.
Oh, yeah. This is my coat vest. This is what...
My 16-year situationship is going to show you his coat collection and you have to pretend you're interested in all of them.
This one, I feel like, is spaceman energy. It's got this.
Yeah, I like it.
But
I like it a lot.
It's a bit too warm for spring. So this is only winter, right?
That's deep winter. Yeah, 100%. But it's very cool. You're not going to get hit by a bike, which is great because you are the kind of person that would walk into traffic accidentally. Alrighty.
This one.
Yep.
Holographic coat.
Wow. Also very bicycle safe. Put it on, Phil. Two-tone hollow coat. And it's thick.
It's too thick.
It's too yet again. Coat is too practical.
The zip doesn't work very well.
Oh yeah,
but it's big.
Lovely, it's wonderful.
It's like triple line.
It's giving elementary school field trip. Everybody hold hands.
But if
walk by the teacher.
If a car shines its headlights on me,
then you'll reflect light back at it. They'll crash into a tree. Uno reverse.
Put
fuck that bitch.
Torch on it and see if it does it. It might do it.
Ooh.
Whoa. No, it's not really doing it.
Yeah. It's just doing stuff.
And then everything else is just thin. So I don't have a medium still, except for the fleece.
Wow, Phil. Well, spring has sprung. Get yourself more medium jackets.
I will. And you need to stop throwing my jackets out, laddie boy.
I have not thrown any of your jackets out. That is not a thing.
Okay, we need to find them.
Read them and understand them. Shannon Sparkle said, when you guys looked for these pictures, I think you're referring to the live stream promo.
Ah, yes.
Are they in your camera roll or do you Google search Dan and Phil 2010?
I just always Google Dan and Phil whatever. I've never searched in my camera roll for anything. So if we're doing a video, I'll just be like, Dan and Phil, something.
People are always like, where's your archive? Like, archive of what? Like, all the pictures and videos. I don't keep any of that shit.
No.
I fucking Google everything. If I'm like, Phil is not on 5.5, I Google it. I rip it off YouTube. If there's a photo, I'm like, Dan and Phil holiday Portugal, I find it off your Tumblr.
Yeah, a lot of the times it's from one of your tweets or one of your Tumblr posts.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I almost said it.
You almost said it.
Do a shot.
Do a shot. You're doing better at not saying 100% every 10
Shut
minutes.
the hell up. Taylor Catherine said, if you were to participate on the Snatch game, who would you choose to impersonate?
Oh, okay. I have a hot take about the Snatch game, which is...
Go on, Phil.
People are always going to do better when they do something really outside of the box rather than just a safe celebrity everybody knows, because a lot of celebrities don't have that many interesting quirks. They'll have like a catchphrase.
Phil, you just totally waded into the Drag Race discourse happening right now.
What's the discourse?
You are caught between Mikey Meeks and Trinity the Tuck Taylor.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. You are on Trinity's side.
Right.
Because Mikey Meeks said, it is harder to do an impression of a celebrity, to actually study a character and to make it funny.
Yes.
That is the act of drag celebrity impersonation. Whereas if you just do horny Jesus.
No, I like that.
Or like, I'm a rock, but I'm gay.
You're still going to be funny.
I'm a twerking Labubu. It's actually, the comedy is just ass. Am I right? So obviously Trinity won because I think she did Camp Satan.
Right.
Do you remember that? There was someone dressed as Satan.
Yes.
And they were just like horny gay Satan. Whereas Mikey Meeks did good Drew Barrymore. And that's harder.
That was hard. She did a great Drew Barrymore.
But this is the thing, guys. Was horny David Attenborough just straight up funnier than Drew Barrymore? Like, Drew Barrymore was better and required more talent.
Yeah.
But horny David Attenborough was just funny.
I'd do even more outside the box, though. I'd be like a horny washing machine. Boop, boop, boop.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God, I almost said a very inappropriate joke.
Say it. What the fuck were you going to say?
I don't know, something about how heavy the load is that's going to go in the washing.
My God.
I don't know.
But you see, Phil, the jokes
right
themselves.
There. They writes themselves.
Are you a washer or a dryer?
I'm a washer.
You're a washing machine.
I'm a washer slash dryer.
So RuPaul's sitting there, and then you can just be like, I'm wet. I like to spin. I'm full of your dirty towels.
Your clothes will always be wet with me.
I'm frothing with white liquid, 100%.
Yeah.
Do you like to turn it up to 69? Do you want to come for a spin in me?
Exactly.
Hello.
Endless.
Do you know what, Phil?
Endless whimsy.
You're right. You're right. Channy said, what are your current or all-time favorite board games?
Channy!
Crazy question.
We really
Everyone's saying 100%. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's going to keep happening. A lot of the world is
69. 67.
A lot of the world is
67. Fuck.
Oh my God.
I've got their auras are ringing.
Whenever I watch anything or speak to anyone, they all are saying 100% all the time. So it's not just you. It's an epidemic at the moment.
Ever since the joke of me realizing I say 100%, we realize that now I'm saying it less.
Everyone is saying.
TikTok language fail. I was joking, you silly Billy. Just millennials so hard. It was a joke!
It was a joke.
For God's sake, who are you talking to? Stop reading the chat.
Don't read the chat.
What were you saying?
I was saying that people are all saying 100% more.
Everybody says it all the time.
Yeah. Everything we do is a joke.
We were looking at the speed dating things, and everyone's response was just 100% all the time.
It was, yeah.
I think that's a global 100% academic. Thanks for rage baiting Dan. I think they did. Was it? I'm not sure.
I think it might be. Channy said, what's your all-time favorite board games? Or current?
Do you have an answer for that, though? Because that's an intense question.
My favorite is still Tokaido.
Taste.
And Wingspan. Those are my two faves.
Yes.
Harmonies is one we're playing a lot recently.
The thrill of the bird egg-laying board game?
Wingspan. It's so fun. We're playing Harmonies a bit recently, which gives me a headache. It's too much like maths.
It's fun, though.
And we've got Camel Up 2 off-season.
Camel Up Cinematic Universe. Yeah. Use that IP. It's completely irrelevant to camel racing. It's a shop game, and it's great.
It's fun. We're enjoying that.
Camel Up 2 is my game of the moment. Or is it Harmonies? Yeah.
Harmonies.
My favorite board game of all time. Does Arkham Horror, the limited card game, count as a board game?
Yeah, there's like a board that you play on.
Well, that's my answer. Okay.
We've played a lot of that.
Yeah. O&D. Do you ever plan to deal with the drawer of wires?
O&D.
No!
Owen, do not.
Why do you reference our shit?
What? I can't even. It's not even like we need to.
Don't talk about it. We don't. Shh.
If we ever like release a dramatic YouTube video with a thumbnail where we're like this, and the title is "We're selling the Faust," you know it's because of that drawer.
The shame. Yeah. The heartbeat under the floorboards.
Bom 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 bom.
Yeah, I don't. That's a metaphor for something.
Spring cleaning.
There's no excuse for that drawer.
Maybe.
How many USB-C cables do you need?
What about on June the 1st? We'll put in the calendar.
10 days before my birthday.
Summer cleaning, and then we'll just do that drawer together.
Wow, that's fun. I can really imagine us choosing to do that when the notification goes off.
But what if we make a pact?
The telltale fart, said Kate Yarb with a PH. See what we did there.
Happy Pride Month. Start with the wires, says Christine.
No. Julia Marie, Dan and Phil engaging in some Shibari USB-C.
What?
Marie said, have you ever seen the movie Tusk?
I have. It was really horrible. It's about a man that is kidnapped and then by a surgeon that turns him into a walrus. Don't watch it. A man
that turns into a walrus, but not in a fun way.
No, surgically.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Do you not support transhumanism?
I don't support that film.
Well, we'll see.
My friend tricked me into watching it. He's like, watch this. I was like, oh my God, what are we watching?
Katie said, do you still shout open can at your American rubbish bin? Yes.
Dan does. I've stopped talking to it. Because it's got a sensor on the top, so I just wave my hand over it.
What a joyless man. There's no whimsy left in his life.
It doesn't listen to me unless I do it in an American accent. Open can. Open can.
It's the only thing that brings me joy.
Open can. Also, it started just going off on its own all the time now.
Yeah. Conspiracy. Just opening its flaps all the fucking time.
It's just it's flapping open. You just hear it.
Objectively, the most stupid device ever created.
Yeah.
Open can, said Lois. Exactly like that.
A bit of wisp.
Hello.
Do you guys ever have the experience of mixing up memories? Like thinking it happened to you, but it actually happened to the other person. I do it all the time with my friends, and it gets a bit freaky.
Yes.
Yeah. That happens a lot, especially with your tour. Dan's like, remember when we did this? I'm like, Dan, I was not there. I did not come on your tour.
Remember that restaurant I went to in Sydney? I was like, no, I wasn't there.
I did not attend. I was at home dyeing things green. Dost thou not remember?
You were. I do not have memories of dyeing things green though. Big separation.
Also,
there.
When you're in my dream, I expect you to remember that as well.
Yes, and then you get mad at me for things that I do in the dream. And for things that I don't remember from the dream.
Well, if you're gonna freaking climb out of an elevator shaft and leave me with Rafe Fiennes holding a sword.
Yep.
Nixie said, Phil, what's your biggest Buffy hot take? We're currently doing
Phil's favorite show.
Yeah, we're doing a Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch at the moment. We're on season 7. We're near the end. A hot take is always risky.
It has to be a hot take, otherwise I'll kick you in the face.
Oh my God. Whoa. Okay, my hot take is my worst season is season 6, which is a very hot take. Some people love it the most, but I personally, whenever I get to season 6, except for the musical episode,
it's very depressing,
and the season finale situation,
it has the best episode in the show.
It's got the best episode in the show,
and maybe my favorite bad guy, arc.
There's a great bad guy arc. Overall, I just find it a little bit too sad and depressing.
Yeah. They were like, it's supposed to be the season about becoming an adult and being lost in your early 20s. We don't want to watch that as a TV show.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers that. And half of you are probably going through it.
Yeah. And my worst arc of the whole thing is when Buffy gets a job at a fast food place.
A bit silly.
It's a bit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I agree.
That's my hot take.
Valid, Phil.
Sorry.
Bertie with a whole chunk. Dear Dan and Phil, hi. Help, I have the most diabolical crush on a girl in my theatre group.
Yeah.
And she keeps flirting loudly with me and gave me hand squeezes the other day as we separated in the car park. But we haven't talked about it. What do I do? P.S. If one other person from my theatre group that's on the Patreon sees this, no, you didn't, Chloe.
Yeah. Also, some people are now saying that season 4 is the worst one. That's actually one of my favorites. Oops.
Yeah.
Hot take too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my hot take is I fucking love Riley. I fucking love Riley.
He's great.
He's soft.
Yeah.
Back to Bertie.
All right.
Chloe, don't fucking snitch.
Okay. So, if they're flirting loudly with you and giving you hand squeezes, I'm going to say they probably like you.
Yes, don't misread the signs there.
What are you doing with this microphone?
I swear this wasn't sticking into the thing before, and now I can't work out how to hide it.
Grabbing it.
Yeah, but like, this wasn't like...
It was like this before. No, it wasn't.
See this man? Toxic.
Oh,
He does that all the time. He confidently wades into something
it was
to
like
go...
that. I did it.
Okay, fair enough. You did it.
If they're flirting and holding hands with you...
Girl, a hand squeeze... No one does a hand squeeze unless they are ready for this thing.
Yeah.
I reckon just slide into the DMs.
I think you should just like casually say,
hey,
do you want to go for a drink?
Yes. I'd be like, we've been having loads of fun in theatre? Do you ever just want to hang out one-on-one sometime?
Do you ever want to drink a cake and eat a coffee?
And just get more overt with the compliments. A bit of light flirting.
Yeah.
Say that they look great.
Mm-hmm.
Give them say something cheeky, a bit of a wink.
Yeah.
I think you're in there.
You are.
I'm happy for you.
I'm
also a theatre person.
Yeah. I'm getting
but
Buffy regrets.
Sing a duet.
I'm getting Buffy regrets. Maybe it's not my worst. I love all of Buffy. That's my problem. So it's like picking between my children.
Is season 1 really worse than season 6?
Season 1 is like not great.
They were learning what to do.
But they were learning. But I've got so much.
Some great writing.
There's so much nostalgia, and it's really well written. So
yeah. Thomas Lucian said, if you could choose a body part to contribute to Frankenstein, what would it be? Not contribute.
I'd give him my Frankenstein.
Very funny. You're now dead as fuck.
I'm also
I don't think he wants your spine. We spend way too long sat at computers. They want like a healthy Norwegian hiker spine.
I thought they were like cloning me. Am I giving it to
Yes, you're contributing it to a Frankenstein's monster.
But you can have my little toe.
Well, actually, it says to constitute to a Frankenstein, just a member of the Frankenstein doctor family, I guess.
Sure. I'm going to give them my little toe.
Which one, left or right?
My left little toe.
Why are you giving them the puppies?
Because I don't really need it as much as everything else.
So true. But maybe they're not going to like that so much.
Okay. Well,
I would give them this ear with the hoop. Frankenstein's monster would look lovely.
And is now gay.
Yeah, I think that would be really cute. I think your little toe is important for balance, said someone in the chat.
Well, I don't have balance anyway.
I think that might accidentally fix Phil.
I think it could fix me.
I can fix him by removing his toe. Olivia, what theatre are you excited for in 2026?
Oh, so the person that helped direct our Terrible Influence show,
Stephen Whitson, aka the assistant director on Hamilton,
is directing this Death Note musical.
Death Note
in London.
The mother effing musical.
I'm so excited for that. So that's what I'm excited for, because my friend is making it.
Will I be credited in the program?
You should be.
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're going to go.
Yeah.
It's going to be legit.
I'm going to watch it.
I read the script.
Yeah, it sounds really fun.
Yeah. Dan, what is your least favorite roller coaster?
Who said that?
Colossus at Thorpe Park is just painful.
I would never go on that again.
Diabolical.
It goes upside down.
Head shaking.
20 times
violent
in a row.
Punching. Slams your private parts into the seat when it does a slow corkscrew.
Oof.
It's fun. And it's record breaking, but it is objectively like being tortured. Yeah. I'll always go on it and then go, why? It comes from this era of roller coaster designing where they were like, we're not trying to, I don't know if I said this before, we're not trying to make the most fun feeling ride ever. We're just trying to break a record. The most loops, and it's ass.
Yeah, I'm not a loop guy, really.
Manchester House. Have you had the naked kitchen face-off with the neighbors yet?
I have not asserted dominance with my naked body, but they've actually stopped being naked as much. So maybe it was some kind of like, they realized.
Either they organically adjusted their behavior, or do you reckon they heard the podcast?
Did they listen to the podcast? That would be even more mortifying. But at least they know now. Because it is distracting when you're making a cup of tea and then you see the D that early.
There's a whole street. Why would they think that?
Maybe they're just exhibitionists and they're like, I don't care. I want my window open. If you're looking, you're looking.
I think a lot of people are just kind of like comfortable
in a city,
walking around their house nude all the time, and they just didn't think about
But I think when you live in a city, it's kind of like to be expected that
you're going to see people.
You're going to see
stuff.
You're going to see some ass.
Banger from Mothman Bussy here. Fuck, marry, kill. Rain, wind, or snow.
Mothman Bussy. Right. Let's think about this very carefully.
Please, Philip.
Fuck, marry, kill, rain, wind, or snow.
It's really undignified when you drink the last thing in a champagne glass, isn't it?
A dreg.
Imagine I've got a full champagne glass. I'm at a cocktail mixer, and I go like this. Cute, sexy, discreet, modest. When you've got like this much left, and you're like, time to sip it. You're gonna... Like, no one wants to see this. What the fuck is that? Is this a prank?
I'm going to kill the wind. I'm going to fuck the rain and marry the snow. Snow is magical. Snow is like a magical fairy tale most of the time. And whenever it happens, I'm like, yay.
Marry the snow.
Fuck the rain, because rain is quite
Fucking get it over with, you wet bitch.
Oh my God. It's just very dramatic, quite sexy sometimes.
Wind.
I just hate wind.
It just blows your hair out.
Ruins my hair. Yeah. I'm going to look bad during anything. And generally, it's annoying. Oh, God.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah?
100%.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, Phil, wisdom. I didn't expect it.
A lot of people are saying that the rain, they would marry it in the...
Okay, Drew Barrymore.
They love the rain.
You love the rain.
I don't like being damp.
I like the rain when I'm inside.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to hear it pitter-pattering outside, but I don't want it on my body.
Yeah, you got to get immersed in it. No B said, how did you feel about the Final Fantasy VII remake?
Oh,
are you looking forward to part 3?
I am looking forward to part 3. I loved lots of aspects of it, but I'm so nostalgic for the original that some of the decisions they made boggled my mind a little bit.
In an alternate universe, I have a gaming channel where I do 4-hour video essays like H-Bomber Guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I would have a diabolically, biblically long Final Fantasy VII remake video.
About the highs, the lows, the mids, and the weirds.
Yeah. Yeah. So much of it incredible. Incredible.
Yes.
The way they brought the characters to life, the environment,
the music.
And you know what, actually? The fucking video game, peak.
Yeah.
Absolute. The fighting.
The voice acting.
Yeah, but the fighting is actually so good. It's amazing.
I was bad at it.
Most Final Fantasy games are like fun for the first 20 hours, and then by the end of the game, you're like, this actually has no end game and makes no sense.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII remakes, they're fucking great. It is hard.
It's hard. It's too hard for me, and I didn't like
action.
I didn't like the whispers very much.
The additions to the story, diabolically sacrilegious.
What we doing?
Epic cringe flops.
It didn't even make sense.
Now, here's the thing. Do a shot. I respect, I love a meta-narrative, right? Yeah. Dark Souls 3 is a game about making a threequel to a beloved game and ending the series by self-referencing what it's like to have a fictional world that stagnates over time and killing it and ending it.
Oh.
So like the lore of the game is about them saying, I want to stop making Dark Souls games.
Yes.
It's amazing. Final Fantasy VII Remake, we've got the story of a game called Final Fantasy VII, but we're going to have a new bit of story about whether or not you should reinterpret classic stories.
Too much. Stop doing that.
And that's valid. That's really cool. And they've gone from just slop upscaling a game to making a new piece of art.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was cringe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lovely.
Kingdom Hearts, children, beloved.
Right, we've got one more question for YouTube, so pick a good one.
Please, God, tell us one crazy thing a celebrity did during the BBC era. You can change their names or whatever. I just love mess.
Oh my God, I don't have one set up for that. Change someone's name. They love mess.
That's fucking crazy. Okay, we don't have to name them.
Stop it, because you're terrible at this, and you always obviously say who it is.
There was this one fucking time, and it was the worst one, maybe, where...
Don't say anything. I don't even want to hear a he or a she.
A music artist came in, and they were so rude to everybody immediately.
Yeah.
They were acting like they were... royalty.
Yeah.
They were acting like the kind of person that you feel only Taylor Swift or Beyonce could walk into a room and be like, servants, attend me, don't make eye contact with me, except, to be fair, we've heard Beyonce is very nice and we met Taylor Swift and she was very professional and cordial to everybody.
Yeah.
This person was not.
No.
And the tea is, this was not a big celebrity, okay? This was an up-and-coming person that had just, had some noise about their first couple singles. And they came in, they didn't make eye contact with anybody. They were like, you, hold my bag. And it's like, these producers at BBC Radio 1, they're not assistants. They're not runners. These are these are professional, serious, amazing BBC people.
They were ordering everyone about.
And they said, I'm not, and we were stood there like, hey, nice to meet you. walked straight past us.
Yeah.
And they were like, I'm not doing the interview until, okay, well, I guess we did an interview with them.
No!
I'm not doing the interview with them until I have some lunch. And people were like, there's a fucking schedule today. You are not the most important thing happening in this building. There's a whole thing happening right now. And they were like, I need to sit and have lunch.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, that you should have done that before. And they were like, and I want to have lunch, sat at the desk in the studio because I need some quiet time.
But you're not allowed to eat.
The number one rule when you work at Radio 1 is you are not allowed to eat in the studio, because I think the BBC Radio 1 radio desks literally cost about £2 million. These shit are like spaceships. They are the leading, most expensive radio studios in the world.
Yeah.
And if you drop a piece of fucking sushi in one, it's game over.
Anyway, they weren't allowed to eat, so they didn't eat in the studio in the end. But it was a lot.
I guess it was a band. They were so rude. Phil, why are you tipping me?
I just like, because you're like...
Phil, why are you kicking my leg under the table? I don't want
to be in a TMZ article with some like...
They were so rude. Beef. No, but this is why we get away with it.
No,
you've forgotten this detail. No, you've forgotten this detail. That our editor, and the editor at Radio 1 is like the boss.
Dan.
You get like No, okay. No, I can say this.
You can't say that.
Now
you're saying what someone else did.
No.
Stop.
Well, like, they were so rude. We're not even going to air their interview. We pre-recorded it, and then afterwards they were like, they don't deserve the promo, so we're just not going to play it. And we're going to say next time they ask to come back, we'll go, sorry, irrelevant. You're not allowed back in.
No. So the interview has never been seen.
Unaired interview.
You stressed me out.
From an up-and-coming band.
Oh my God. Right, we're leaving now because Dan's made me sweat and I need to get a drink. If you want to continue this party with us, we're going to be over on Patreon.
Maybe I'll say something else crazy.
Probably will. You're unhinged today.
I've had my flute of iron brew cordial straight from Phil's hometown.
We're going to be over on the fam tier, patreon.com/Dan
Thank you for supporting us.
If you're watching this,
we appreciate it.
On YouTube in a week, it's still going to be there as a VOD if you want to go watch it as well. So that's
all over there.
Patreon.com/Dan,
as well as us watching Heated Rivalry, which is also 6 hours of delicious content
over there as well. But thank you for this.
This was fun.
Do you feel warm? Do you feel like spring is
I feel warmer.
Sprouting?
Yeah, it might just be the chatting.
Are you sprouted?
Sprouted?
Yeah.
Don't know about that. I like the bunting though. I feel like this was cute.
Yeah.
And I like the feel in the flower crown. It was just a nice vibe.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We had intelligent cultural questions.
Ava, Lady Stardust, Groovy Lisa,
Raspberry Paper 3537.
Yeah.
Wow. Happy St. David's Day Welsh flag in the chat.
There we go.
Good dragons, not bad dragons.
Great dragons.
Picnic vibes. Thank you. That's what we were going for.
We're gonna do the after party in like 10 minutes, so everyone can go piss.
Yeah, we need to prepare for the Dan and Phil movie. Put it in a cup, send it to us.
Oh my God.
Get going on that moon. Hey, it's a Saturday, and you all took the time to come hang out with Dan and Phil. We appreciate you. You're cool and sexy.
Thank you.
You're popular, and the people that you like are going to squeeze your hands in car parks. You ask the right questions about the right culture.
Yes.
Because you're cool, sexy, talented, and everybody loves you. So we just want to say you have taste. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
We'll see you.
See you
back on the Mail podcast on Monday. Have a great weekend. Ciao. Bye. See ya. Ciao.